we have the opportunity here to create a partnership with up-and-coming Barron basketball, here with Coach Joe Wallace. I got a couple questions I wanted to talk to Coach about. The first one was, I know your resume includes a couple of Division I schools. You were in that same ring with my son there for a while, and now you're here at Franciscan. I know you're a Valley guy, and but why Franciscan University?
Yeah, I mean, the direction of the university right now, not right now, but what this place has been about, you know, having the Catholic faith being the number one element of everything, not just, you know, your classes, but the vibrancy on campus, athletics, was such a draw to me because that's the environment I wanted to be in. I wanted to work and coach in this kind of environment, and that was number one. And then the other thing is just being a Valley guy, being back here in Steubenville. I didn't grow up in Steubenville, but down the river, but this is home, you know, and it's familiar, it feels good, and it's who I am. You know, it's in my blood being a part of this community and wanting to give back. And you know, me and you have had conversations about the history of Barron basketball back in the day, and that's something I want to see too. I want to see this thing come back to that level again, you know, and that was a big deal. It was a big part of this community, and I feel like we can still do that, even with how the university's changed, but it could be a, you know, a big positive for to have big time basketball in this area again.
A lot of big points you brought up there that I wanted to touch on. You know, one of them is the tradition of Barron basketball, which I grew up watching, and that's why my enthusiasm for this program is the enthusiasm that you're giving and getting a chance to know you personally and working in the community with the area schools and helping us out with edge basketball. You know, that's all positive thing. But with all that in mind, is that what attracts the players here? Do you got to go out and get them, coach, or are they coming to you? I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, it's back and forth. I mean, we have to find kids that, and there's a lot of different pieces to this to come to play at Franciscan, to attend this university. Like, there's got to be a strong one to be in this environment, though, because it's different here to be on campus. You know, being in this strong Catholic environment, like this strong, faithful Christian environment, you have to want that, right? And there's got to be a part of you that does want to, you know, have an attraction to that. So that's number one. And then we got to have guys that love. And I'm pointing out there to the gym, they gotta love it. They have to, because we challenge these guys daily. I mean, it's a grind, and I'm not the easiest coach to play for at times. I'm hard on them. I'm trying to get guys tougher, and that's the way I feel is to produce success. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different avenues to it. All right, so we have to locate guys, number one, that want to fit. But then another part of it is, are they good enough and tough enough to be a part of this? So, you know,
I agree.
Yeah.
I really love what you're doing. I've had no problem saying that in the past to anybody. I love what Joe Wallace is doing and the energy, and maybe you could get the administration to continue to buy in with you.
Yes.
But we're coming in halfway here through your season. I believe you're 3-6. Tell us about the team a little bit. You know, what you got done and what can we expect to see?
Yeah, it's been an up and down year, and we're kind of through a little bit of a struggle right now. We're young. I mean, we are even, you know, being here for a few years, we're a young team right now. We play a lot of freshmen and sophomore, and a lot of the sophomores that are playing a lot, and there's a group of them that are very talented. They played last year, they only played a handful of games. They haven't been through this yet, okay? And we've seen this up and down struggle. We've lost Justin Mack, who's been kind of a rock for us this year, to a groin injury, but we should be getting him back. He won't be back against W&J, but he should be back next week, which will be a big lift for us. But we're getting better. We're playing a different style of basketball than we have in the past. It's an up and down. We're pressing. We spread the floor out. We shoot a lot of threes. It's about just attack. It's an attacking mentality of basketball, which is new to me. I've never coached this way. The roster's shaped this way with more guards, and we are undersized, and it kind of was forced in my hand, but I enjoyed it though, because you talk about energy and trying to have passion. Like, we can expose the opponent by playing with more energy and passion, or we can expose ourselves, and I like that. I want to throw punches like that. I want our guys to, you know, to embrace that, and they have for the most part. It's just all. I mean, our losses, besides one game this year, it's been a 1 possession, 2 possession game with about 4 to 5 minutes left, and we haven't found a way yet to close games out. And that's what we're learning. The wins we've had, we want them running away, where we've had guys resting the last 4 to 5 minutes of the game. And part of that is not having the veterans on the floor yet, and we're still learning that right now. And that's what happened last night against Westminster. We're down 2 with 5.5 left, and have a chance to maybe take the lead, and just can't kind of make those execution plays down the stretch. But all in all, I mean, our practices coming back from Christmas were unbelievable, physical, guys getting after it. They're in the gym late at night after practices. You gotta love that as a coach. These guys love it. It's just that we're still kind of young. We're still figuring out just how to win these things at the end, but it's really close. And I mean, hopefully, tomorrow night, or whenever you show this, or tonight against W&J, it clicks. And W&J is playing really well, but I mean, we can beat them. We can, and we have offensive firepower when the ball's moving. We're sharing it, and we're hitting threes. We're tough to guard. We really are, and that allows our press to get active. And the way we play, everything kind of goes hand in hand with it. Our transition offense, to our half-court offense, and then into our pressure. Yeah.
Well, I love your game. I get a chance to see you against Bethany earlier,
yes.
And I love what you're doing as far as the up and down and the pressure and breaking pressure and getting a good shot. I love the fact that you're in a conference now. How do you feel about that conference, and how many teams in this conference are going to run and gun with you?
Yeah, W&J will. First of all, we love being in the new league. I mean, the travel, the fit. I mean, the schools are top-notch universities too, so it allows us to especially around this area, to have more of teams. When we have opponents coming here now, whether it's Bethany, Washington, Jefferson, people know who they are. Waynesburg now, and before no one knew who we were playing. So I think that's going to help us, locally too, with attracting players from this area. But teams that are going to run with us, I mean, you were at the Bethany game. They did. W&J will. I think at Geneva as well. But the majority of the teams are more traditional. Right. They want to slow it down. They're a lot bigger, stronger than us, and kind of play that style of basketball. But yeah, I don't have any issues with that though. It's going to be fun to see W&J and us match up, because it's going to be really an up and down game again, which I think is in favor of us in a way. So.
Well, Coach, it's been a joy talking to you. I really appreciate your time, and looking forward to working with you the rest of the year.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Coach. Yep.